Okay guys, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to take a look at the gold finding Barbarian. Now the GF Barbarian is probably one of the easiest and fastest way to build wealth in Diablo 2. Now, I use my gold finding Barbarian exclusively for Travincal. Travincal is the easiest place since it's a static map to beat the bosses and get out in under 3 to 5 minutes per game. Now, in Travincal, you're gonna aim for gems. When you could sell gems, you're gonna sell gold, and you're gonna look for jewels, HRs, stuff like that, right? So again, in about 3 to 5 minutes per game, it's one of the fastest and easiest ways to farm wealth in Diablo 2. Now, this is my GF Barbarian, Beast Breathing, and let's take a look at him. And we're going to look at his stats, stuff like that, is my build, and then we're going to go into some gameplay. So let's make a game here. Okay, now let's get into the attributes. So his attributes is we're going to have 49 base points into strength, 20 base points into dex. All your attributes points are going to go to vitality, right? So strength, just enough to wear your gear, nothing in energy, everything into vitality. Now, the name of the game is to stay alive long enough to give backup for your mercenary. Your mercenary is going to do all the killing. It's going to kill all the bosses, right? You're just going to be doing your battle orders, right? So all your points are going to be in vitality because you have to stay alive to give the backup to your mercenary, right? Support to your mercenary. We're going to try for maxed up resistances, especially fire resistance, because Travincal, they're going to send out the Hydras. Hydras are going to be bombarding you with the fire bolts, right? So you want great fire resistance. Now, on my swap, when I have my crystal swords, Lem Crystal Swords, we have almost 2,000 gold find, right? And I just realized we gotta switch out the boots. Give me 1 second. Switch out my boots. There we go. With my full gear is 2,000 gold find, right? And 214 magic find. So while my mercenary is attacking, I'm gonna have this weapon swap. I'm gonna be collecting all the gold I can, right? Monsters are dead, swap over, and we're gonna use the attack find item, right? So these are my attributes here. Now let's look at our mercenary. Our mercenary is the most important part of this build. He has to survive Travincal. Now to survive Travincal, he needs really good gear. So my mercenary is Eth Fort, right? Ebotd WP. You want him for the leech to happen is the speed of your attack. So you want him to be attacking really fast to be leeching life back, right? And Andes. Now the problem with Andes is inherently has lower fire resist, right? It'll lower your fire resist. So you want to either put an Oral rune or a jewel that I have that's 15 IAS with fire resist, right? Because you want your mercenary to have as much fire resist as possible. Again, for the Hydras. The Hydras are going to be bombarding you, right? So you can see my mercenaries maxed up resistances. And here he is. So again, Fortitude, Andes, and Botted Warpike. Now my gear, your character's gear, right? We're going to have on one weapon swap Hodos. This is for when you're singing, right? And you're using item find. And double lemmed crystal swords, right? This is where a majority of your GF is going to come from here, right? We're going to have IK Helm with 2 lems, right? A crafted amulet with some GF. We want dwarf stars. We're going to run dwarf stars again for the fire absorb. So when the Hydras are hammering you, right, you're going to be gaining a little bit of life back with the fire absorb, right? Up to double up chances again for the MF GF, Rare boots I found, MFGF res. Rare belt I found, MFGF res. Torch, Annie, and GF charms, right? Some of these GF charms, like this one, GF lightning resistance, comes in real handy, right? Again, another GF charm, 40 GF resistance, a Geeds, GF small charms, and our cube. So now let's look into our gameplay. This is our build. Let's look into gameplay. So let's see, just for me to easily show you guys how much gold we can get in just one run. I have nothing in my stash here, in my inventory. Let's go to Travinko. So first thing, you're gonna be here, switch over to our hodos so we can sing, and we're gonna give all our battle orders, right? So we have battle command, battle orders, shout, right? And you know what I just realized? I forgot to show the skill tree. So your combat tree, not 1 point into combat, into masteries, single point into stamina, single point into speed, single point into iron skin, a few points into natural resistance until your resistances are maxed out. Again, I can't reiterate how important it is to max your resistance out. Now, the remain and all your other skill points are going into your war cries, right? So you're gonna max out war cry. That's your main move there, right? So when your mercenary is attacking, you're gonna be stunning your enemies. You're gonna stun so the mercenary can get as many hits off as he can, right? Battle cry 5 points, maxed out war cry, battle command a point into battle command. Again, battle orders you want to max out because this is where you're gonna get your extra life. You want to stay alive, or you want a bit more mana. Battle orders, right? Shout, you want a good defense to protect you from the moves, from the attacks of your enemies, right? So maxed out shout, maxed out battle orders, single point into battle command, right? 1 point into howl, 1 point into taunt, 5 points into battle cry, right? Because it's a synergy to war cry. 3 points into find item, and 3 points into find potion, 13 points into find item. Now find item has diminishing returns. The more points you put in doesn't mean it's exponentially more useful or potent, right? I find 13 is about the sweet spot, right? And again, find potion is a synergy to find item. It gives you 1% chance per level. So with our war cries out, let's look at our stats. We have 10,000 defense, 5,000 life, 500 mana. Now let's look at our mercenary. 22,000 defense. Our mercenary has 22,000 defense, 9,000 damage, 5,000 life. Right? So we're gonna cast our battle orders again with the Heart of the Oak. We're gonna teleport with Heart of the Oak, and we're gonna swap over to the dual Lem Crystal Swords. So teleport, swap, cast, and cast. So while your mercenaries is attacking, we're just stunning the monsters. We're out here stunning, giving him backup and a chance to land good solid hits, right? And one thing to note is you're gonna need a lot of mana potions. You're gonna run out of mana real fast, right? So you're gonna have to keep a lot of mana potions on hand, right? While your mercenary does his thing. The one thing to note is once in a while you will get monsters with either conviction or physical resistance. Now, conviction I leave, right? Convictions will break your resistance to the point that you'll die real fast. So if I see a conviction aura, I'm out of there. Physical immune, I don't leave, because even though my mercenary cannot kill the one monster with physical immune, I just work around him, still do my thing, right? And then I get out of there. So we collected all our gold. Ooh, coronet. Now we're gonna swap, and we're gonna do. So we're gonna swap over to the Heart of the Oaks. We're gonna do find item. Let's see what we can find. Right. Let's see what we can find. Ooh, a Talon, Scissors, Katar. We're gonna pick that up. So this is a pretty light run here. We've only got, so our haul, we got 310,000 gold, right? So let's do one more run, see how it looks. Let's just pick up all the mana pots here. We're gonna need mana pots, right? And let's try one more. So before we start, we're gonna go see our friend Deckard Kane here, identify our items. Let's see, nope. 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 Keep the Talon. So go to our stash, put our Talon away. Alright, put our gold away. So the last run, we got 310,000. Let's see how we fare on this run. So, see how we're gonna fare here. Again, we're just casting our war cries while the mercenary does all the work, right? Make sure you have a lot of potions because you're gonna run out of mana. So let's teleport here, rinse and repeat. Rinse and repeat. You cast your war cries while the mercenary. See, like, so again, see how this monster here, he has physical immune. We're not going to worry about him, right? He's not strong enough really to do damage. Our mercenary is just going to keep him preoccupied. They're at a stalemate here, so we're going to switch over to our Heart of Oaks, and we're going to use our find item. So while they're just at a stalemate, just banging on each other, we're going to go here. Find item, see what we can see. We can see a small charm pop up. So in this run, just a small charm and the gold. And that's it. I hope you really liked this tutorial. Again, this is probably the easiest and fastest way to build wealth. You're going to find HRs, you're going to find jewels, you're going to find rings, amulets, stuff like that. And most importantly, gold. Now you're going to take this gold, either you're going to gamble yourself, sell it as packs on websites or trading posts, stuff like that. And that's it. Build your wealth. So again, thanks for joining me here. I hope you found this informative and entertaining. Please give me a like and a subscribe, and that's it. You guys have a wonderful night. I'll see you guys later.